Hello, welcome back to Leicestershire. We're live from Waltham in the Wold for RAFA Rides 2021. Goes global! I've been told I have to shout that bit because it's such an immense event, as you'll be finding out. We had some technical problems earlier, but rest assured, the satellite link has been reconnected as we disappear off to Naples. Also, we're going to go to the Middle East, and fingers crossed, we spoke about them a little bit earlier, but we're also going to be off to Lossiemouth as well. Please do keep dropping your hellos, your good lucks, your totals of fundraising into our RAF Association Facebook page comment box. So the video you're watching this on now, my face is moving here. If you go down there, well, maybe somewhere over there, you'll be able to type in your comments. So please do cheer people on. We've been reading your comments as they come in, and I'd love to continue reading them to some of your friends and family that are out there at the moment. We'll be doing a wonderful fundraising total. We got one earlier, which I think was in excess of £80,000. Another roundup of that. I mentioned we're going to be hitting up a bit of Europe as well. First, though, hopefully we've got somebody on the line who goes by the name of Steve. Steve, this is Leicestershire calling. Where are you? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, Steve. I can see you. If it's any consolation, I just can't hear you. Hey, hello, Steve and team. If it's any consolation, guys, you look absolutely amazing in the glorious weather wherever you are. Can you just tell us where you are? I don't know if we can pull this up somewhere. Steve and team, whereabouts are you cycling at the Mo?
We're currently just south of Andover, about 65 miles into our route. We started at 6:30 this morning. So all three of us, so you've got myself, you've got Dave representing the careers office in Portsmouth, and then you've got Tim Bunting here from Swanwick as well. And so far, so good. We've had a stop, we've refueled, and we're ready to carry on going.
Now, you guys are from 78 Squadron. Thank you very much for your contribution you're doing. How was that ridiculous alarm clock this morning, especially on a Saturday as well?
Well, fortunately, the sun was shining, so that's the start of our kits a bit easier.
How have you been able to prepare for this challenge? In fact, just before we get into how have you prepared for it, what route are you taking today? Are you on the 100-mile route?
But no, we're keen to get out. We're on the 100 miles, like I said, we're now 65 miles in. We'll be training 3 times a week, a couple of midweek rides, and then at the weekend we've been using that time to get the longer distances in. So we are definitely... good morning, sorry, fellow cyclists going past there. So we're definitely geared up, ready for today.
How will you be celebrating this evening? You've had an early start, so fingers crossed celebration will be happening mid-afternoon. What are your plans?
So I think we've definitely earned ourselves a celebratory drink this evening. I myself, I think I'm going to be having a Chinese to recapture those calories that I've lost today.
Dare I ask, what's your go-to on the Chinese menu?
Normally a chow mein. That normally keeps me going.
Do you share, or are you a bit like Joey, our friends, and you don't share?
I don't share. All to myself. Especially this
Your
evening.
teammates look very disappointed. You're like, no, I don't share. No, it's all mine. Just all mine. What made you choose RAFA? What made you get involved in the ride for 2021?
Well, of course, RAFA is close to all of our heart. I myself personally haven't had to rely on the charity yet. But however, anything can change in the future. I know they'll be there for us. But I personally am a caseworker welfare officer for RAFA. So I see firsthand the positive impacts that it has on the RA family.
Are you still there?
Oh, can you hear us?
Yes, you're back there. Sorry, just repeat that last sentence for me. Sorry, I think the audio just dropped out on our end. That's my apologies. All right. Well, I tell you what, we appear just to be having some delay issues here. So what I'll do is we'll wish you all the very, very best. Thank you, Steve and team at Swanwick. Your hard work and efforts are very, very much appreciated. Now, we're going from Swanwick, and we're hopefully going to do some dialing and head around the world, because waiting in the wings, I've got my fingers crossed for this. Paul, where are you talking to us from? Pete, Ooh, maybe we've not been able to connect. Let's try a different line. RF, Pete.
You can hear us. Yes, you can hear us.
Can you hear us? Ah, there we go. I can see you. Hi guys, how are you?
Yeah, we're all good.
How's your RAFA Rides 2021 going so far?
We're just about done, I think, and we're going to carry on for the media piece. So how good was that?
Can I just say, looking on my screen right now, hopefully we can get a bit of a bigger image for the lovely viewers, you at home, and the other riders. It looks like some heck of a look at that. Where do I get a membership to this gym?
Yeah. If only this was a gym. Usually for this restaurant.
Do you know what? I'm truly gutted that I don't have a gym like that. How have you guys been preparing for the ride? We've learnt that some of our other cyclists have been riding virtually every day to try and max out on their peak athleticism. How have you guys been preparing for today's challenge?
Well, just on Zwift, the great thing is you can connect from your house. Being in the Middle East, you might expect it's pretty hot out here. So we don't get to cycle during the day. Some guys will go out really early morning doing real life rides, but a lot of us, we train indoors on Zwift. So that's where we've been doing our training.
Now, am I right in thinking that you are a 56 rider strong convoy and you're spinning away for 24 hours? In fact, 10 bikes going the full whack. That's correct. Am I right in thinking?
Well, yeah. So what we had is we've got 3 events going on here where we are. We had 24-hour spin-a-thon. And yesterday we kept 20 bikes going for 24 hours. You're right. Yeah, 10 of the spinners did the whole 24 hours. And then we've also had some guys cycling around the compound where we are, and lots of families, kids have been out doing that as well. So that's worked well. And then we've been Zwifting in here. So 3 events.
And you've mentioned that you've had a few different plans. You've had various people getting involved. Who's with you right now? Because I can see a handful of people, and I can just about make you out, Group Captain Dolby. But who else have you got there with you right now?
Sure, yeah. We've got 6 of us in the diner. We've got Mark, Jake, Roy. We've got Rog. We've got Joe.
And do you all want to give us a big cheer, a big hello?
Yeah.
I think you cheered. I'm very, very confident that you go. There we go. Try it again. There's always take 2 in live TV. Don't worry. Just try that again. You ready? 3, 2, 1. I knew we'd get it in the end. Team, thank you so much from the Middle East. Listen, enjoy the rest of your 24-hour spin. 24-hour spin. How long's left on the timer just before we leave you?
So we're all done. We've all done 100 miles, and we're just finishing off now. So
that's fantastic news. And how do you wind down from such an epic spin? What's on the cards for you guys?
Sleep and a cup of tea.
Do you know what? A good old British cup of tea. I think that's the answer to just about everything, isn't it? Guys, thank you very much, Group Captain Dolby and the rest of the team in the Middle East. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day.
All good.
So we've already done a couple of visits in this section. Thank you very much to everybody that's joined us, including you watching along at home. Don't forget to keep dropping your messages of support into the comments section. We'll reflect on those in just a little moment. Before we check in with Naples, who I tried ever so desperately to contact earlier, I was kind of a bit like E.T. trying to phone home. Not from Italy, unfortunately. Fingers crossed, we've got Gavin, who is in RAF Lossiemouth. Is that right?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Do you know what? Absolutely crystal clear. And do you know what, Gavin? I'm just looking at your background right now, and it looks incredibly busy. What's going on where you are?
So this is us 44 miles in a town called Archiston. And so one of the guys' families has set up a cake, coffee and orange stop for us. So we're sat in the sun, making the most of the first stop and making the most of unusually spectacular Scottish weather.
You say unusually. What sort of weather have you got at the moment? Are you
it's hot.
into the tens
perfect.
or?
Oh no, we're probably touching 18, 20 at the moment. So after months of darkness, it's quite nice.
That's great news. Now, I mean, I am an absolute foodie. As you probably heard by me getting excited over tea a moment ago, and the potential of biscuits. I heard cake.
Yeah, so we've had some pretty special carrot cake, flapjack. I think we're probably going to be the only team to end this, probably having gained weight. And I think we've got another stop planned in Cullen with an equal amount of cake. So yeah, it's going pretty well.
I mean, I know that I'm a fair few miles away from you right now, but if you ever feel the need to offload especially carrot cake, coffee and walnut, do you know what, any cake, just send it this way. Send it to RAFA HQ. I'll happily take care of that for you. Now, you're taking part in RAFA Rides 2021. Is it 100 miles that you guys are all doing as well?
Yeah, 100 miles, so roughly 55 to go. I think we've done the sort of worst of the climbing. You kind of climbed out of a place called Forest with a pretty emotional climb up over the moorland. We're about to drop down into the Spey Valley and then head up to the Moray coast. And then it's a nice sort of 15, 20 mile back along through some of the fishing villages to get back. So a pretty scenic route. So yeah, we're pretty lucky.
Now, forgive me, as people will be eventually learning through today's broadcast that geographically I'm extremely backwards. Are you in the Highlands or the Lowlands?
Highlands, yeah. Highlands.
There we go. I appreciate that you answered that honestly and didn't take absolute disgust to my question as well. Honestly, I don't know how I just get this completely wrong. So what made you guys want to take part in RAFA Rides 2021? Were you involved in a virtual event in 2020 and RAFA Rides 2019?
No, so I'm actually not sure about other people in the team. I think for most of us, it's our first time. We've got quite a good cycling club on base, and it was a good opportunity to kind of sort of combine two things, you know, the ability to raise money for a charity that underpins the service and a chance for us to get out and have a social ride. So yeah, it's been perfect, really.
And how will you be recovering? I mean, I'm a big fan of Tennent's, but dare I say this may not be on tap when you're going to be ending up.
I'm not sure Tennent's is a particularly special recovery drink. I think we're gonna go pizza, but you know what? The earlier chat of Chinese might have swayed me. So yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. It's probably worth mentioning, we're actually one rider down. He took a wasp to the face about mile 30 and then had a massive mechanical getting off his bike to get the wasp out from under his helmet. So he might not be feeling as special tonight.
I mean, I appreciated that he's down medically, but I mean, you're welcome to crate him right now and give him the name.
It was SAC Dave Gibbon, and we've already agreed we're going to give him till 8:05 on Monday before we bring it up.
I like how there was no reservation. There was no hold back. You were like, yes, it's this person. I love it. I love it. We're going to let you go in just a moment, but before you disappear, have you got a message of support, maybe other thanks to make just before we say goodbye?
No, just well done to everyone who's riding around the world. It's been impressive to see the different pictures rolling in, and I wish I'd picked somewhere flatter to do it.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Well, listen, it's been absolutely great to talk to you. Thanks for your words of support, and we'll catch up with you later on.
Great,
and hey, don't forget, if you're watching at home right now and you're thinking, I know that person, you can always view the videos that we're doing at the moment. At the end of a live broadcast, they go to the Royal Air Forces Association's Facebook page. Just search facebook.com for RAF Association. Now, this is one that's just been passed my way. Fingers crossed we'll be able to make a little connection to... Forgive me, I'm reading off the floor. This is how technical it is. Hopefully, we'll be able to chat to... This is a test. AVM Mick Smith. Now, I'm so sorry, I've just abbreviated you. Air Vice Marshal? I'm so sorry. Please shout.
Yeah,
Please
can you hear me?
shout at me. I can, yes, you're reporting loud and clear. How are you?
Hey, yeah, we're good. I'm afraid it's going to have to be a quick interview because we're all gathered here and we've got a few minutes to get to the start of the... we're doing the first 50 miles in the US Cycling Classic, which is a 3-hour race, and you've got to do as far as you can. So we're all aiming for about 50 miles, and then we're going to have lunch and then go on to the second 50 in the afternoon.
Fantastic. When do you start? Are you starting in, I take it, the next few minutes? You'll be called.
We're starting in about
place.
15 minutes, but we're not quite at the start line yet. As you can imagine, it's pretty busy here. But the temperatures are going to get up in the 90s. It's going to be pretty horrible, I think.
I mean, I would love a holiday at this point, but I'd rather not be cycling. But you're doing it for a tremendous cause, even. Who are the guys and girls that are with you at the moment?
Yeah, so we've got about 7 of us who are all sort of active serving Air Force. It's a real mixed bag of guys and girls and branches as well. And then we've got a civil servant colleague friend of ours, and then we've also got a chap from GCHQ as well. So it's a bit of a mix, so 9 of us in total.
Now, you're a great supporter of RAFA and our cause, and you're a big supporter of the association. Do you want to just tell us a little bit more about why that is?
Yeah, I mean, I came across them years ago when I was just a young junior officer in the Air Force, and had a few people that worked for me that were, they really needed some help, and RAFA just stepped straight in there. And I didn't really know much about RAFA at the time. And ever since, we've just sort of supported them, and it's the same for everybody here. We've all got an association of some sort, and we all know somebody that's, that's needed RAFA to help them. And they are just such an outstanding organisation. They look after all of us that are out there and all of us that have been out there.
It's great to know that we're supporting you whenever you need us to, whenever you need to lean on us. But you'll be leaning on some people along the route, I hope. Have you got some support stations dotted about?
Well, on the first sort of 50 miler in this sort of US race we're doing, not really because of COVID, none of that's been laid on. But the second 50 milers, we've got a support wagon, which is good, yeah. And for somebody like me, I had a big cardiac arrest on the 13th of June last year. So I'm sort of, they're going to look after me and get me around on this one, which so I'm going to need the team's help, I think.
Well, I'll tell you what, definitely hit up that hydration station, and the best of luck for you and your team. It's been great to connect with you, and hopefully we'll be hearing from you with a finished video at some point when you cross that finish line.
You certainly will, and you'll see the rest of the team as well. We're finishing up outside the US Air Force Memorial, so quite befitting, I think, for that special relationship.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for spending your time with us. Good luck. You'll be setting off in T-minus 12 minutes. So go and get your last minute boost of energy. That's my suggestion. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. Good luck to everybody else.
Thank you very much. Now, in just a moment, we'll be heading off over to Europe because we're going to be visiting the team in Naples. Before we do, we've got a fundraising target. But before that, oh yes, I'm cramming it all in this time round now that the technology wants to work in my favour. Just to let you know that I have been proudly told not too long ago that I'm sporting some brand new RAFA merchandise. Oh yes. Look at this microphone. No, I'm lying. It's actually this. I've just lost something that I was looking for. Forgive me while I get down to being shot. But look at this. This is one of our brand new RAFA shirts, which, if I can look as good as I do, it's only down to this. This and much, much more is available in the RAFA Trad shop, which you can go to now. Not only can you pick up some amazing RAFA merchandise, such as this. There's bags and cups, which I've probably thrown at someone, let's be honest. But you can also pick up one of our Air Force Air Show favourites. I've got some of these at home as well, believe it or not. The old duck. Yes, we've got loads of ducks. We've got puzzles, pictures, cups, keyrings, shirts, bags. I could probably sell you the studio we're in if you ask very nicely. That is all available at the RAFA Trad website. Just go to rafa.org.uk, click on RAFA Trad, and hey, do you know what? Fill your boots. If you want to buy me something, a pen. I mean, I love a good pen. And the reason I need a pen is because we're about to do a fundraising total. I'm excited for this because we're at £86,000 earlier. On screen now, we have made £88,111. Keep those donations coming. Every penny helps. All you need to do is go to justgiving.com and search for RAFA Rides 2021. Now, I'm going to work some magic because I'm going to wave something over this screen and fingers crossed we'll be able to connect to our wonderful team, which are in Naples. So in just a moment, I should be able to click the heels twice. In fact, no, just before we go to Naples, let's just look at something that I can see right now. We've got a beautiful view of Waltham on the Wolds. We've got our team just out of view. And at 17 Celsius here, hopefully we can connect to somebody else. Let's just do a little bit of a dial up. Now, in a truly European pit stop as RAFA goes global, it's time to check in with yet another team. Wing Commander John Kane, or Kano. Where are you guys?
Hey, this is Team Naples.
Yeah. Look at that. Team Naples. How many have you got out there with you?
So there's 24 of us doing it today, 17 out in the peloton, a few others doing it because they forgot the wedding anniversaries. So they've had to do it solo this morning, and we've got another 6 doing it on spin bikes, and one spouse doing it down in Sicily as well.
Even you're going global. You've got people dotted here, there, and everywhere. You know your 24 riders that you're out with at the moment. I hope you're taking like an hour or a mile or something each. You know, nice and easy. Share the workload.
Oh no, not at all. We're doing 100 miles with but we're on the 100 miles with this kind of 4,500 foot climb.
Goodness me. So I was about to say, have you done your climb yet, or are you about to embark on it?
But we've done about the first 3,000 feet of the climb, or we're off to do another 1,500 feet to go.
And when you've reached the top of that climb, where will you be and what will you be able to see?
So we're going to be at the top of an extinct volcano called the Rocca Monfina, and it looks down into a national park.
So definitely a team photo there, and hopefully not a sacrifice of a bicycle, I hope.
No. Unfortunately, we have lost one bicycle on the way round, and 2 punctures for one chap inside 30 minutes. But apart from that, all going well.
So you've mentioned your slight tech problems. Who's your chief tech? Who's your engineer en route?
So we've got a couple of with us, but we've got a great support team with us. Flight Lieutenant Liam James and his wife Misha. He's with us somewhere. There he is. Liam, say hello. And thankfully, they've come to support us. So they've got a bike in the back, and unfortunately, we didn't bring a spare. So Group Captain Peter's going to jog the rest.
Now, I hate to sound ever so stereotypical and very British at this point, but please say you've smashed in some pizza.
Yeah, they get.
Absolutely.
I could be ever so. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, they've just smashed it where we were waiting for you.
I was going to say, is there any particular favourite that you've got out there that I could maybe try on a takeaway around here and get nowhere near the quality of?
Diavola. Yeah, let me ask for Italian Colonel what the best one is. So that's an Italian Navy Colonel.
Thank you. Well, if he's willing to cook it, I love a good tiramisu as well. Just greedy in general, but my menu order's gone in. So why have you chosen to take on RAFA Rides? You're all serving personnel, but why RAFA Rides this year?
We are. So we saw the epic, global challenge that you were doing around the world, and we just wanted to be part of it.
And do you know what? We're really pleased that you and everybody are taking part. The 24 people that you've got there, you've got your people on the pelotons, everybody else, absolutely amazing. So I tell you what, I've probably got this wrong. Is Amaretti a Italian beer? I'm getting this horribly wrong. I'm not cultured. They don't let me out. They don't let me out enough. Did I get it right?
No.
Okay, well, I've obviously failed. Please show me up. What is a very good Italian beer?
Peroni.
That's the one I was after. I was so close. I tell you what, have a Peroni, not on me because I'm skint. But have a Peroni, another slice of pizza, and a very healthy slice of tiramisu. Good luck in the rest of your climb, and thank you so much. Any words of advice or of support for anybody else cycling at the Mo?
Just before we give them those words, can I just give a good shout out to the French Navy for joining us, the United States Air Force for joining us, the Italian Navy for joining us, the British Army for joining us, the Royal Navy for joining us, and even some of the British Army wearing the RAFA top, which is fantastic.
Absolutely.
And any tips for the riders out there? Eat now.
Eat pizza.
Eat pizza. And
Eat pizza and drink Peroni, not at the same time. Not at the same time. I should just stress the health and safety point before I get my telling off. Great, guys. Absolutely great for you to join us. Thank you so much. I've had a right laugh. Hopefully you have too. And good luck on the rest of your journey. Thank you very much.
Arrivederci.
So great to chat with the team from Naples and show me up on just how lack of cultured I am. If it's any consolation, I drink gin, and when I'm at work, I just drink water for the bosses that are currently watching. And for you watching at home, thanks ever so much for getting involved. I did say that I'd give some people shout-outs. If you message in our comments section below, which you can do on the Royal Air Forces Association's Facebook page, then I'll read it out. Hello to Carly and also to Alex. They're watching the current proceeds at RAF Cranwell. Hello. Nice to hear from you. Hillary says David Ayton is cycling in blue for RAFA at RAF Waddington. Thanks very much for your efforts there, David. Really nice to hear from you. Have a great weekend, says Bruce Painting. Cheers from New Zealand. Truly global this year, aren't we? Helen says good luck, everybody, as does Dave. Hello to Judith as well. We've got Alison wishing John good luck on his 500-mile ride. Hello to Stu, Sandra. Also hello to Laura Gorman as well. David says, very well done, RAF. Yes, very, very well done indeed. Mark Burton says, good effort, carry on. Morning to Dottie. Hello to David as well. James has shared a rather nice photo, which hopefully we'll be able to show for you in just a little bit, of him, John Gorman and Claire Muir in Watopia this morning. An absolutely beautiful picture, which looks very, very nice. Hello to Helen Ford, an ex-RAF member. She's now a member of RAFA. She's proud of all the work that everybody's doing. That's the RAFA team and the RAF cyclists as well. Hello to Cleggy, who was in the RAF in 1983 to 1999. He says, well done, everybody. Hello to Susanna, donated £20 to our total. And also hello to Dave Clegg as well. So many people here. We've got James saying hello. Hello to Mark as well. Pam, as I mentioned earlier, says that the children at RAFA Kids in Odium took part from the nursery and they cycled 130 miles on an exercise bike. That's truly amazing. Keep up the great work, guys. So please, by all means, say hello, pass on your best wishes, and keep donating by going to the Royal Air Forces Association Facebook page. And you can also donate at justgiving.com and search for RAFA, RAFA Rides 2021. There you can see that's the page that you're looking for. Give as much or as little as you can. We'll be talking more about our fundraising efforts a little bit later on when we return. Well, that's just about it from me for now, but coming up for the rest of the day, we'll be back at 1 o'clock, 1300 BST. Food wagon's just arrived, and I think I need many a gin, pizza, Peroni, and Chinese. So until I see you in just a little bit, keep cycling and keep up that fantastic work, and keep supporting our wonderful RAFA riders as we go global in 2021.